I think he's referring to the
talking about. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna start talking holidays, then I think you need to revisit the whole personnel code and go from there on
Well,
that.
that's what I thought.
I agree.
It's not part of what we voted on,
It's part of what they get though.
but that's a personnel code.
I just want the public to know.
Okay. All right, so we're all clear on that. With respect to the Stookey Park, it's my feeling that we do a couple things here. Obviously, these proposals that we got to do some work on the playground padding are fairly significant in cost. And ultimately, we may have to pay it. But at this point in time, one thing I would like to do, that I'm going to do, is talk to the engineers and also to a contractor, just to see if there's any alternative that we can use besides what these companies have recommended. The other thing, and probably even more important, if we're gonna spend 50, 60, 70 grand on just the padding for the playground equipment, I think it's important that we send a questionnaire to the Stookey Township residents to see what, if anything else, they would like to see in the park going forward, and then basically determine exactly what the cost is for everything and do it all at one time. Because I think that if we're going to spend this amount of money, it's important that we contact the residents and see what, if anything else, they would like in the park. Anybody else have any thoughts?
Okay. So I guess first of all, so we've talked about this at length about the surfacing, and at the special meeting that you were not here, but the board discussed having the companies come in and talk about it. We made some changes to the language in the bid process as well, which they've submitted, and in those letters, they have listed pros and cons about some of the material. So to not have them come in and talk, I think that would be an injustice to
I didn't
the
say
township.
that. Ultimately, they will come in and talk. At this point in time, though, I think it's premature.
Well, you said you're gonna talk to a contractor and stuff, and they are contractors that are qualified, they do this type of work, this is what they do. I think it'd be good to have them in here. The ones that bid were 4 different companies, invite them in to come and let the board ask them questions about the different materials and what they suggest.
Well, actually, every board member can pick up the phone and call them. It's not that difficult.
Okay, well, then, how many contacted the 4 that bid on the project? Dave, did you contact any of them?
Well, last time that I checked, basically at the special meeting, there was a vote to not do anything until there was a legal opinion from the attorney, and that was never done.
That'd be incorrect.
What's that?
That'd be incorrect.
Well, I've never seen a legal opinion. It was tabled until that, it says you voted for it, that it would be tabled.
Yeah, it said to get a legal opinion, which I contacted the state's
And it's-
attorney.
Where's the legal opinion?
I contacted them by phone
Okay. Anyway,
and got a legal opinion.
I think that the fact that we will, I'm gonna talk to a contractor and just see his thoughts, and based upon what he tells me, I'll contact these other people. Their bids are pretty similar. But the bottom line is the township residents need to be contacted to see what else, anything else they want in the park before we do any of this stuff.
So is this something that's gonna be mailed out? Is it gonna be Survey Monkey that's online?
I am going to mail a letter out to the residents and ask them if they have any suggestions with respect to the park, that they can contact the office. Anybody else got anything?
I've got something, Dave. I was up here the other day.
Wait, with respect to the park.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Anybody else see anything on the park?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, not only the park, but anything else. But when somebody is giving the position or to be a committee of one, like Bagsby to check on bids or so forth, or anybody think anything else, I think their name should be in the minutes. I don't think it was in the minutes. If he's a committee of one to look into this business, because I think whoever is bidding on these jobs know that this person that is seeking these bids are authorized.
Tom, if we go back in minutes, I think they'll reflect that Dave had asked Mr. Bagby to take and get bids on the park.
Well, the reason I
It's in
bring
the
this,
minutes, it's in the minutes,
It's
and
in
a
the
lot of
October
people there are
minutes.
shaking their heads, so I guess they remember it too.
well, I'm getting back to the deal with the hiring. A lot of people got the same position that,
Tom, you got anything else on this park, on the park development?
well, it pertains to the same subject, that the person hiring the other person may have thought he had the authorization to go after the one person quit or rejected, to go out and pick another person, and I don't agree with that.
Anybody else have anything on the park? All right, Danny, what you got?
I got the floor.
You got the
No,
floor.
I just, I was up here looking at the bills, signing the bills, and, just looking around the office over here with those girls. I think we need make some real security changes. That anybody can walk in that door, and in this life and time, I think there needs to be more security in that office. I don't know if this is a security camera. I'd be willing to reach out to a contractor to, maybe take a look at it's just wide open. Anybody can walk in at any given time.
I agree with you, Dan. I think it's a great idea. I think, why don't you go ahead and talk to someone and see what their recommendations are to improve the security, and then the board can look at those things and ultimately make a vote as to what they want to do.
Okay.
Thank you.
I got one thing else, if you, or you got something to add?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
We're done.
I was in the toilet place the other day, and I talked to the girls, and they seem to agree with me. That toilet in there is too damn low, and there is no bars in there for it to get up. That thing is about that far off. And I would just like the board to look at it and get an opinion. And one of the girls, on another subject, thinks that the carpet has been damaged, that maybe it should be replaced. I would just like the board to look at it,
No, I agree.
my opinion.
The
But I think
board-
that
The board
toilet-
needs to look at the whole office, the bathroom.
Let's get your
It's
opinion.
got tile up, and there's the glue is showing, which I'm sure it might have asbestos in it. I think the whole office carpet, we need to look at that and redo something in there.
I agree.
But that toilet is so damn low, it's for kindergarten kids.
Why don't I'll take the lead on trying to get a contractor to overlook the whole.
There we go. All right, I make a motion, we adjourn.
Can you get more than one contract?
Second.
You get 3 bids?
At least 3 of them.
Motion made and second to adjourn, all in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Yeah, the two county taxes. I think they do this.
Well, by the time they get finished with the contract, they're putting a toilet and a handrail in. You know, I've done that a million times.
Take a second.